Now that the 2013 Big Read is in full swing, numerous events have been held throughout the Attleboro area to discuss the many themes in the book, True Grit, written by Charles Portis. Last week, the Attleboro Public Library held the Keynote event for the Big Read. The keynote speaker was former journalist and book author Jennings. Charles Portis played an important role at the start of Mr. Jennings' career, and we spoke with him after the keynote event to learn more about his history as a writer.
Hi, my name is Jennings. I'm an author, a freelance writer, and the editor of a book called Escape Velocity, a Charles Portis miscellany. And I was invited up here to Attleboro as a presenter and keynote speaker for the Big Read program, which is another of Charles Portis's books, True Grit. Probably the book that most people know Mr. Portis for, partly from the 1969 film with John Wayne and also the 2010 film with the Coen brothers, directed with Jeff Bridges. It's a real honor to be here to talk about Mr. Portis, who I've been reading for the last 30 years and whom I've known for almost as long. I started getting interested in his work because I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and he is also from Little Rock, Arkansas, and he was the only writer I knew who lived in Little Rock. So I wrote him a note and asked him if he would sign a copy of my book. He invited me to have a beer, and we've known each other ever since and corresponded. When I was, first starting out being a writer, I wanted the career that he had, which was as an admired and successful writer who could, make a living from producing their work. And so when I was able to contact him, and he invited me to sit with him at the local bar and have a beer and just talk about writing and how you become a writer, that had a huge influence on me. I could then go off to New York knowing at least one writer, one person who I knew how to do what I wanted to do, and someone I could correspond with and learn from. And it wasn't so much that he gave me any tips or tricks of the trade or anything. It was just having someone from the start respect my ambition to be a writer and to support me when I was trying to make a living at it. That was a very important part of my career. Charles Portis has influenced me in a number of ways. I just admire his ability to find the exact word that's needed to do enough research that beyond just what you've written, there's a really deep foundation of knowledge, and yet you don't have to parade that knowledge, in front of the reader at all times. You can say just enough to give them a sense that you know what you're talking about, and to be as succinct and concise as possible. And I think I've tried to do that in my own writing, to make what I write seem deeper because of the knowledge I've acquired. So that's one thing that I really admire about him and that's influenced me. From here, my own projects after the collection of Mr. Portis's work that I did, I'm going to try and focus more on my own writing now, and I'm working on a novel that I hope that I can make some good progress on. You never know if what you're producing day by day is going to hold up by the end, but I'm going to keep slogging away at it until I have enough to see if it's something worth trying to publish. So I've always wanted to write a novel, and I'm hoping that I'm honing in on that goal. I've had a great time traveling around talking about Mr. Portis and True Grit for the Big Read program. Later traveling to Oklahoma, Georgia, and Oregon. The Big Read is a really fantastic program no matter what book people are reading, in that it gets communities reading the same book, talking about the issues that are involved in the books, and anything that promotes reading and stronger community, I'm in favor of. So I thank everybody in Attleboro for inviting me up, particularly the library, the Attleboro Arts Museum, which has a great exhibit about horses related to True Grit, from some fantastic local, national, regional artists. And really, I'm just excited to be here. Thanks for having me.